My last UK bike tour took me from Land's End to John O'Groats. An incredible journey, but one that completely bypassed Wales. Sorry about that, Wales. So this time I'm giving the country the attention it truly deserves. After a long drive along the M4 and across the Severn Bridge, I arrived in Cardiff. I parked on what seemed like the safest street I could find for my car, and this is where the journey begins. This time, West goes southwest, then northwest, then north. Oh, never mind. A really big loop, mainly hugging the coastline, staying at campsites along the way, and narrowly avoiding death. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not going to lie to you. Wales was a challenge, and I tell you for why, it's flipping hilly. But those climbs came with rewards. Incredible landscapes, impressive waterfalls, amazing sunsets, and historic castles.
All packed and ready to go. Bore da, that's good morning in Welsh. And I'm here in Cardiff, the capital of Wales. I'm about to head off on my adventure around the coastline. Hopefully I'll reach the Mumbles today, which is about 70 miles away, I think. Just parked up. I've been a little bit under the weather today, so hopefully I'll be all right, but the weather's all right, so let's go. We've got the Opera House here, and just around the corner is Cardiff Bay. It's a little bit overcast today and pretty windy, unlike when I did Le Jog when it was like blue skies for 14 days or so. So I'm only 12 miles in and I'm already on the Greggs. Got pizza and a donut. It's pretty windy, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty hard work, a bit overcast, which is a bit of a shame. I think there's breezes coming in off the, is it the Celtic coast or the Atlantic, I'm not sure, but I think there's going to be a lot of headwind on this trip.
As I left Cardiff, I cycled through small villages, country lanes, and took a breather where I could due to the headwind.
Sun's finally come out, but the wind is still horrible. It's still a horrible headwind. Got the Bristol Channel over there, some sheep. Hello sheep. Done about 30 miles so far, got another 40 to go. Not gonna lie, it's been a struggle. I'm very tired and still a little bit ill, but it's nice to be out of the busyness of Cardiff on the rural roads now. Gonna head to Port Talbot soon, which is a big industrial place, and then not too far from there should be the Mumbles where I'm camping tonight.
It wasn't too long before I arrived in Port Talbot. They say it's a colourful town. Well, I guess I'm just colourblind. It's well known for its industrial heritage and has one of the biggest steelworks in the world. Eight miles on and I'd made it to Swansea, the second largest city in Wales after Cardiff.
Just gone 5 o'clock. I've ridden just under 50 miles so far. Got about another 11 miles to go for my campsite, so about an hour. And I've made it to Swansea. Nice sandy beach here. And I'm gonna keep my eye out for Snoop Dogg, because he's just invested in Swansea City Football Club. So you never know, he might be around buying some fish and chips or something, or he might be staying at my campsite. So I'll keep my eyes peeled. Correction, it was actually just under 60 miles that I cycled, so I cycled a bit further than I thought. I'm just leaving Swansea now, and you'll never believe it, I saw Snoop Dogg. Got a few snaps of him too, check these out. Pretty cool, hey? And this is the first time I've cycled through like a forest like this with a nice cycle path. I'm hoping from now on it should be a lot more beautiful, less built up, and more about the scenery. Fingers crossed anyway. Entering the Gower. Hello cow. That's a Galloway cow, I think. These horses just roaming free by the side of the road. Hello. Say hello. Causing havoc. You're an inquisitive one, aren't you? Not so sure about my bike, eh? Right, I'm gonna head on, okay? See you later. Just before 6:30, I've cycled just over 68 miles and I've made it to the campsite. I'm well and truly pooped. So not gonna lie, today was tough. My chain ring is slipping, which is really annoying. I got it serviced and checked up before I left, and obviously didn't do a thorough job, so it's going to make things hard with the hills, but it's a good day. Hard with the wind. I'm going to eat some food now and then going to head to the beach, check that out. Got my classic chorizo, rice, avocado and cheese dinner tonight. Super easy and nutritious and delicious. Takes about 2 minutes. Doesn't even need water. Boy, do I feel better for having a shower and some food. I don't even feel ill anymore, so that's good. I think I must have sweated it all out. It's actually quite warm today. Down these steps should be a nice sandy beach. Literally just at the top there is the campsite. Over the crest of this hill should be a nice beach, which I'm about to drone over. Good morning, it's just gone 8:30. I got an okay sleep last night. There were a few snorers and tents around me, but managed to get enough sleep to feel good today, I think. I've got about another 70-mile ride to Tenby today, so similar to yesterday. You can hear my chain slipping. I'm not looking forward to the hills today. It's going to be doing that all day. This is more like it. Flat ground, no wind, nice cycle path, nice temperature, beautiful views. It's going quite well this morning. It's meant to get hilly the second half though, so we'll see how we go on the second part of the day. Oh, I think this is a dead end. Is it? I don't know. Just gonna make it. Check out that castle, it's pretty cool. The sun's come out as well. They're the signs I like to see. 10% gradient going downhill, and this road's called Ferry Road, which I'm hoping will lead to a ferry at the bottom of it going over the River Towie, which means I cut out a big chunk, save me cycling like quite far up the estuary just to come back down again. Let's just hope the ferry's running. Tide's out, isn't it? Don't think I'll be getting over there. Probably have to cycle all the way around the estuary then. I'm way too early, look. Ferry crossing start at 3:30 and it's now 12 o'clock. I was hoping, don't know if you can see this, so I'm currently there, cut across the river and then go up this road and then back on this track, but now I'm gonna have to go along here and all the way around there. Oh, that was a bummer that the ferry wasn't running, because there's a lot of uphill now. Although my chain is sort of behaving, so that's good. Welcome to Carmarthen, and I can see the golden arches ahead. They're calling me. I'm gonna have to stop for McDonald's. I'm pretty low on energy. Yes, and I've got my phone charging, so that's good. And I can see my bike outside. So feeling recharged, so are my devices somewhat. It's just gone 2 and I've still got 33 miles to go. Wind's picked up a little bit annoyingly, but at least the sun's out and it's not raining. I've just stopped for a little rest. The hills in Wales are crazy, it's just up and down, up and down. I feel like it's going to be like that a lot of the way around. And what's frustrating is that, so I've got a second-hand gravel bike. It's good, apart from the chain, and the fact that it's only got 2 cogs. I don't know if you can see that. My previous bike had 3, so when I'm going on the uphills, I could put it into the smallest cog and it would be a lot easier. This bike, however, is a lot harder to go up the hills because there's only 2 cogs, so a lot of the time I find myself pushing the bike up the hill. It's an amazing fitness though. 18 miles to go. I'll be at the campsite, hoping to get there around 6:30. Ah, bloody rush hour traffic. Hey mate. Woo! Look at that view! 12 miles to go now to the campsite. Just demonstrating what my life is like half the time now. Whew! This is dark. Literally can't see at all. Don't know if you can see on the GoPro, but I can't see a lot. Sorry. That was a bit sketchy. It brings you out to a really nice beach. Popular with locals. Welcome to Sprinkle Bay camping. Yes. Oh, it's just gone 6:15. No, it hasn't. 6:15. Beautiful evening. I've ridden over 75 miles today and I have no idea where I need to go. Here's my pitch for tonight. Don't think I'm going to have anyone keeping me up snoring tonight because I've got it pretty much to myself. Even got a little picnic bench there. The lady who runs the campsite is nowhere to be seen. I asked someone and they said that she just sort of comes around and takes the money, so whether I see her or not I do not know. But yeah, today was good. Tiring of the hills. I oiled my chain this morning, which made quite a big difference with the problem with the chain slipping. I thought the service would have done that. They did, but it didn't do a very good job, obviously. So that's good. Overall, it was a better day. Did further than I expected. This is probably the longest day I will do. But yeah, nice to have had some sort of okay sleep and it wasn't too windy and it was a beautiful day. Apparently it's chucking down the rain and thunderstorms in Brighton. So I got the same kind of book that I purchased for the jog. This one's called Cycle Touring in Wales. And it's just a good guide really. It helps you go on like the quiet roads and gives you a good indication of like where you need to be. This is the map it comes with. Ideally, so I started here. Ideally, I would like to do all of this, probably cut the top of Wales off and go through Snowdonia, because I think it would be pretty beautiful, and I've been up there before. Then come down here. However, I may have a job towards the end of the week, which means I'm going to have to cut it short, unfortunately. Just going to go for a little explore, see what's down here. Look at that for a view, only 2 minutes from the campsite. Wow, what a spot. What an incredible beach. Cool rock formation there. Now, do I dare fly my drone through the arch? I think so.
This is going to be amazing. I'm basically the best drone pilot in Wales right now. Okay, it's looking good, nicely centered. Yep, oh no it's not. Okay, I've ruined the shot, but I've committed, so I'm just going to go for it. Okay, it's getting closer to the rocks, slightly pooing my pants. Okay, it's getting very close to the rocks now. Am I going to go through the rocks? Okay, I'm pooing my pants, going to hit the rock. I've lost my drone. No, yes, it's through, thank fuck.
I think I've got some type of cyclist cramp. Is that normal? My thumb, look, I'll stretch it out. It just goes straight back there. Great. Good morning, croaky boys. It's just gone 9:15 and lovely sunny day, and I've got about 50 odd miles today. I'm gonna go to St David's and then on to Fishguard, maybe a little bit further actually. Not feeling 100%, pretty tired, bit of a sore throat, but looking forward to see what today brings. Sorry, on the left, thanks. This is Pembroke Castle on the left here. Pretty magnificent. Ooh, watch out, dog.
It's not a cycle path.
I'm just looking at the castle. Some people are so moody. I've just come to look at the castle, moaning at me that's not a cycle path. Look at that. Currently going over the Chadoo Bridge, and that's Milford Haven down there. Nice cycle path for a few miles, and I've just had an email to say that that job has not been confirmed, so it looks like I'll be doing the big loop around Wales. Woo! Making pretty good progress today. I'm about 19 miles from St David's. It's actually been pretty flat and quite a lot of downhill, so that's good. Nice weather too. Just thought I'd show you that number 4 there is the NCN4, so the National Cycle Network, and that way, if you follow that 4, it pretty much leads you around the coast, I believe. That's what I've kind of been following so far, so it's been quite handy. Right, push on. Safe to say I'll be getting off my bike and pushing very soon. Ooh. Right now. So welcome to St David's, which is the smallest city in the whole of the UK. It's got roughly about 1,800 people that live here. Very nice city, lots of surf shops and restaurants and bars, and little market here on your right. That's not the cathedral, that's just a church. The reason why it's classed a city is because it has the cathedral. And I think there's a turning on here on the right, just past this pub, the Farmer's Arms, which will lead me to the cathedral. Yep, there's a sign for it, look. There it is. Okay, so that's a nice little stop in St David's, and now it's a 25-mile ride to Parog, where my campsite is, which is near Newport Beach. A bit further than I thought it was, annoyingly, but hopefully a nice ride along the coastline, going past Fishguard. So I'm right in the southwest corner of Wales now, quite close to Ireland actually, and it's quite rugged, lots of sheep and cows, not much else around, quite lonely roads. And this is the first time I've headed north on my trip in Wales, following the Pembrokeshire coastline. I'll get to Aberystwyth and see whether I want to continue further north or cut across. I don't know yet, but see how the bike holds out and see how I hold out. I'm feeling pretty tired, but I don't like to back out of a challenge. Hello. First punch of the trip. Oh, hope it's not too much of a pain to change. Nice view though, could be worse. Punches are never fun, and it's pushed me back a bit. Should get to the campsite at around 7:15 now. Still got 13 miles to go. Just hope my hand pump has blown up my tyres enough. But one good thing though is that there was an annoying clicking sound coming from my pedals, and that stopped. So swings and roundabouts.
Or perhaps every cloud?
%. That's the steepest I've seen. Ew. Here we go. Jeez, I'm getting off. This could be one of the steepest hills I've ever pushed my bike up. No joke. It's just gone 7 o'clock. I've ridden over 65 miles today, longer than I was expecting to do, but I finally arrived at my campsite. Don't know if you can see that, but there's an incredible view of the cliffs and the sea. Hopefully my campsite has that view. No idea where reception is, but look at that view. Unbelievable. I guess I'll just go and look at one of these houses to the left. Amazing. It's my spot, nice and flat. This will do nicely. Look at that. So that guy in that van there is 92 years old. He owns this campsite, and he just offered me some Scotch whiskey, or Welsh whiskey. Is there a difference? I don't know. But yeah, quite funny. His key for a long life is fresh air. He's certainly got it here. That's why he's 92 years old. Oh, that's strong. I've just walked about a minute from the campsite and it brings you out to these incredible cliffs and this amazing sunset. How nice is that? And over this direction is Cardigan, which is the way I'm cycling tomorrow. It's another beautiful day here in Wales. Certainly doing very well with the weather. It must be about 8 AM at the moment. Just having some breakfast. Got about a 60 odd mile ride today, hopefully. Go away, wasp. And good news is I've charged all my devices. There was some electrical points over there in that barn there, and everything is fully charged. That's good. Back on the road again. It's just gone 20 past 9. Next stop, Cardigan, to pick up some food. Right, welcome to Cardigan. Castle right in front. And all I've been thinking about for the past hour is eating a nice big dirty fry up. So that's my mission here, to get one of those. Castle Cafe, snacks and meals. Can they do it? Doesn't look like it.
Very saying I love you.
Found somewhere. That's what I'm talking about. I am looking forward to this. So when I cycled Land's End to John O'Groats, the first 3 days were the hardest. Cornwall and Devon was just really extreme steep hills, and Wales is not much different to that, to be honest. But I feel like it's going to be like this all the way around, and it's only going to get worse. So Wales definitely been a challenge, and potentially up there with one of the hardest things I've done. So warm, I've got a headache. I have a headache almost every day. I think it's lack of sleep. I can't get to sleep because my muscles are just frazzled, and yeah, I don't get much sleep each night. Hopefully tonight. It says here road ahead closed, but one thing I learned from doing Land's End to John O'Groats, that every time I saw one of those signs, probably saw about 15 of them, I managed to get through. So hopefully that applies in Wales. Hello mate. Please tell me I can go through here.
What we've got is the open reach replacing telegraph poles.
Right.
So they've got quite a...
Cheers. See ya. There we go. We're through. I'll wait for me to pass, yeah? Okay. Is that it? Piece of cake. So there's some classic hazards when it comes to cycling, you know, getting hit by a car, falling off your bike, even saddle sores, stuff like that. But another one for the list is a wasp flying down your top and getting stuck and then stinging you. Don't know if you can see that. It stung me obviously twice. The stinger got stuck in my skin. I had to flick it off. Very sore indeed. Nice little cottage though, look at that. Just 10 miles to go now to my campsite. First bit of rain I've had, but it's just a little bit of a spitting. It's actually quite nice. I'm gonna head through Aberystwyth and then my campsite's not that far after. I was not expecting this. Nice one. Being back in Brighton. We are the mods. Just when I thought I was in touching distance of the campsite, goes and throws me this curveball. And this route is the easier option. God. Oh my God. It just goes all up and up and up. I'm literally having to carry my bike up these steps. I really hope it flattens out soon. Come on, please. I think it might. Yes, well, it looks better anyway. No, but there's a big hill further left. Okay, so after about 15 minutes of pushing my bike uphill, it seemed to have levelled out. The golf course to my left. I'm not really meant to be riding my bike along here, but I'm gonna. The other route suggested doing the coastal path, which just seemed berserk at the time. I'm now thinking maybe that would have been better. Oh well, not that far, about 2 miles to go now. Yes, I made it. 6:30, 65 miles ridden, and I'm finally here. And I am pooped. Today has been a day of 3 halves, well, 2 halves and a bit. First half, beautiful sunny day, although I was so tired, I had a headache. And then the second half, some Welsh lady gave me some Welsh cakes and that seemed to put me in gear and I was fine. And then the fiasco with the woods going up those steps was a nightmare, but seems to be a mod weekend thing coming up. Lots of people here with Vespers and scooters like that. Oh yeah, is there a mod weekend going on this weekend?
That's right.
Yeah, I'm from Brighton, so it's just like being back at home.
We'll be there in a few weeks. In August.
Oh yeah, mod weekend.
You need from there then?
I haven't cycled from there, but I parked my car in Cardiff and then doing the loop around.
Really?
Wales, yeah. Tiring. I'd rather have a Vespa, I think.
You mean Lambretta?
Oh yeah, Lambretta.
No, I bet.
There you go, look. There we are. Lovely.
Although dinner prep that night wasn't so lovely.
Don't think that's meant to happen. Well, that's bloody scary. I was just sat in my tent, cooking outside, and then the whole gas canister just caught fire. Almost caught me on fire. I had to sort of throw it out, and I poured water in it, but it just doesn't do anything. Lady behind me let me have a whole cup of water. I've just got to wait for it to die, but pretty scary. Let's hope it doesn't explode.
Good morning. Here's the remnants of my near-death experience from last night. No idea what happened. Whether it's a faulty lead here or just a faulty canister. Pretty scary though. don't know if you can hear that, but it's still spraying, which makes me think it's a faulty canister. It's just spraying out gas everywhere. It's white, basically turned into a ball of flames. So this campsite has a little kitchen, which was handy for last night, and it also has an honesty payment system, and a little honesty box here where you can pay for the night. It's £12.50. I don't need any more bad karma, so I'm going to pay it. Campsites tend to be around £12.50. The most I've had to pay is 15 quid. Just show you the shower block before I go as well. The outside shower. So I had a shower in the rain last night, which was a bit different. Powered by gas. So it's 8 o'clock, I'm on the road, nice and early. Only got 53 miles to ride today, so quite a nice short day. Quite overcast, but that's alright, nice and cool. And I finally got a decent night's sleep, so I'm feeling quite energetic. Sort of. So I've just come across my first decent waterfall. Check this out. Woo! What am I doing? I hate FOMO. Refreshing morning dip. And right next to the waterfall is this massive mill. It's got a big old wheel to it. And you can get right to the top of it. Woo! So that was a nice refreshing way to start the day. And I just stopped because there's a really nice view here. And I'll soon be entering Snowdonia National Park. I climbed Mount Snowdon last year as part of the Three Peaks Challenge, and it was a lot clearer than it is today. Very cloudy today. I'm heading to a place called Pembrokeshire. Porthmadog I think it's called, but I like to call it Pembrokeshire. It's about 40 miles away. Bit of Madonna. So I've just managed to buy a new gas canister from this store in a town called McKinley, I think it is. I'm 99% sure that I didn't screw the top on tight enough to the stove last night, so gas managed to escape and spray into the fire, which caused the fireball. So lesson learned there, do it up tight. Definitely getting more mountainous and big old trees. Sun's coming out too, which is nice. It's been a nice ride today, not too hilly, quite pleasant. I'm cycling up a place called Happy Valley right now, but this hill is making me think otherwise.
But then there was a nice big downhill and happiness was restored. I stopped for a bite to eat, which happened to be over a steam railway line, and then did an extremely underwhelming Francis Bourgeois impression. off up the coastline and passed through a village which had a scarecrow trail so good I forgot what side of the road I was meant to cycle on. Sorry about that, white Suzuki. It also had a village fete with all the classic activities. I cycled through Fairbourne, then over Barmouth Bridge, which is the longest timber viaduct in Wales and one of the oldest regularly used in Britain.
Officially in Snowdonia National Park. So the campsite I was planning on staying at tonight was that one down there, but I rang up and they said they were fully booked. The next available campsite was 3 miles on. I thought, oh, 3 miles, not so bad. 3 miles up the steepest hill in the world, up a dead end as well. But I guess the consolation prize is I get to enjoy these pretty amazing views. Pretty nice consolation prize. Come on, little sheep, on your way. Here I am, I'm at the campsite. Ooh. Proper in Snowdonia. I'm actually quite pleased the other campsite was full because I feel like I'm getting the full Welsh Snowdonia experience here. Yeah, look, not too shabby. View. Here we are, look, not too shabby. 56 miles ridden today and arrived at 5 o'clock. Pretty epic views. £10 for tonight. Okay, so I've come to a controlled environment. Hopefully I'm not going to go up in flames this time. Just a little bit of gas.
I'm just going to fly now.
For fuck's sake. Not cool. Not cool indeed. Must be the Whisper Light MSR thing. That's annoying. 100 quid being down the drain and 6 quid on a gas canister. Cold dinner tonight then. So I've managed to borrow this cooking device from those guys over there, which is kind of them. At least I get to eat hot food tonight in front of a pretty amazing view. just gone 9 o'clock and I've got about a 47-mile ride today across Snowdonia, heading east towards England. Rained a bit in the night, a bit overcast today. Just following the sheep now down the hill. Welsh countryside, and then you got that. What the bloody hell is that? Some like nuclear power station or something. I was right, it is a nuclear power station. How random, in the middle of Snowdonia. So I've made some bikepacking friends. That's Baptiste in front, and this is Cardigan.
Yeah.
They are French, and they've cycled from Ireland.
Yes.
From Ireland here to Wales, caught the ferry over to Holyhead. Is that correct?
It's okay.
Yeah, and you've got about 4 days left, you say?
Yes.
So these guys have got a lot better setup than me. It's a lot lighter, I think. This is like proper bikepacking. I think the bike weighs 25 kilograms, is that right?
Yes, no, mine 20.
20 kilograms, so
Baptiste 25.
pretty light. Be interesting to see how much mine is. I'll weigh it later. But we're just going to cycle together for a little bit now and see what happens. So just like that, I'm back by myself again. So those guys had like a bike packing setup, which is where you've got the frame bag, the tail bag and the bags under your handlebars. And that, although it's very light, my reservation of that is that there's not a lot of room to put your stuff. I've got plenty of room in my panniers, and that's why he was wearing a rucksack on his back, which I hate doing. Just get a really sweaty back. And he had no room for water. I know you probably can get set up so you can put water, but he didn't. So I've not really tried it myself. Be interesting to give it a try, but quite like my setup for now, but it would be nice if it was a bit lighter. Onward.
This part of my journey took me on a pretty busy road with cars driving fast very close to me, so I was keen to get off it as soon as possible. I decided to come off it and ride on a footpath which I later found out wasn't meant for bicycles. The grass was thick, there were lots of sheep and plenty of gates and fences I had to lift my bike over. But it wasn't long until I was back on quiet country roads again.
Pheasants! Pheasants everywhere! Get out of the way, pheasants! Look at them run, like little miniature dinosaurs. Come on, that's it. So I'm only about 3 miles away now from my campsite. I'm actually quite near England again, well, kind of. Today's been quite good. I've taken a few creative routes. Sorry, today's been really good. I'm just feeling a bit exhausted. And I was wondering why the roads were so quiet, and I realised it's Sunday, which means that any shops or pubs might be shut. So dinner tonight might be a sorry state of affairs, but we'll see what happens later. Okay, Okay, so this pub here on the left, the Grouse Inn, is my only chance for food. But it looks like it's open, so that's good. Might come here for dinner later then. Otherwise it's super noodles cooked with cold water. Over this nice bridge, over the River Dee. Look at that, beautiful views. And it's 4:15, so my earliest finish, which is nice. And I've cycled 48 miles today, so pretty good going. Here it is, look, Carrog Station campsite. It's alright, very small, but it'll do. Campsite office. Here's my home for tonight, £5, what a bargain.
That evening I went to the pub. Annoyingly, they just sold the last roast. The steak and ale pie was also sold out, so I settled for the chicken and leek pie, which did the job.
Good morning, it's 8:30 and I've got about a 50 odd mile cycle today, heading towards, I'm actually staying on the England-Wales border. It's literally split between the two, I think. It's just above the Shropshire hills. Could really do with finding some food and water, well not water but food mainly, because I'm rather hungry.
The day started off great. The sun came out, the views were beautiful, and it was mostly downhill. I stopped to check out Horseshoe Falls, which is a weir that's 140 metres wide and a UNESCO heritage site. As I cycled further, I joined a canal and enjoyed watching the canoeists and longboats.
That runs along the side of all the canals.
Currently on the Peninsula aqueduct. Quite mad how the water just goes over this bridge so high up. So it's a little bit precarious cycling over this. You've got to be pretty careful. There's lots of people on the footpath. I was a bit cautious flying my drone as well. But yeah, you've got canal boats that come across here too, as well as the kayakers and the canoeists. And if you've watched Itchy Boots, the Dutch motorcyclist, she was here a few weeks ago and she droned over this bridge, but she was on the right on a smaller bridge down there. Whoa, this is narrow and tight. I'm gonna have to get off. Had to put my head torch on for this one. It's a super long tunnel, just completely pitch black, apart from a little bit of light at the end. I'll turn the light off just so you see what it's like. Hang on. There you go, whoa. That was a silly idea. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 1 Pretty dark in there.
Oh yes.
Next hazard. Ow. This needs a trim. Another tunnel. This one's actually got a canal boat coming down it. There is that. On the right. How weird is that? Find a supermarket and bought a load of cold stuff that I can eat without cooking, like sandwiches, quiches, even chili con carne from a tin, which might be a bit weird, but at least it's something substantial. And a chicken Caesar wrap. Must say I'm thoroughly enjoying today's ride. I was feeling a bit broken this morning and feeling a bit lackluster about everything, but going over these aqueducts and the fact that it's pretty flat today and nice quiet roads is really making for a nice day. So thoroughly enjoying it. I've got about 25 miles left to the campsite, so I should get there pretty early, around 4 o'clock. Don't spoil my nice day, road ahead closed. Which way am I going? I think it's not closed. This one. That's good. My day is still going well. Going over this bridge called the Crew Green Bridge, and that's the River Severn down there. And once I've got to the middle, that marks me going back onto home turf in England right about now. Woo! Hello England. Goodbye Wales, but not for long, because I'm basically going to go back into Wales any second again. Just following the border south for a while. I'm so confused. I thought I was in England. Turns out I'm still in Wales. I must have gone into England further back there without realising and crossed back into Wales. But sorry about the confusion back there. I was in England, not now. 5 miles to go. 4 o'clock on the dot. 57 miles ridden, Miller's Rest campsite. Here I am. What a day. And am I in Wales or am I in England? I actually couldn't tell you. Hiya.
Hi.
Am I in the right place for the campsite?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. Yes.
Which way am I going?
Just straight on up. Are you booked in, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, what was the name?
Phil West.
Phil West. Okay, no problem.
Right.
Just carry straight on up, find yourself a pitch, and
Nice one.
I'll give you a little...
Thank you. Can I just quickly ask, am I in England or Wales right now?
Wales now.
Wales.
Yeah,
Very close to England though, right?
yeah. Yeah, literally, they come over the little bridge, and that's England at the main road, and then...
This is a nice little campsite. Basically no one here apart from a couple of people. Lovely jubbly. And another cyclist just showed up. So this is the bridge that the man from the campsite says indicates the border between England and Wales. Currently in England, across this river, and now in Wales. And the campsite is just there. Oh. Good morning, it's my penultimate day today. Heading through the Shropshire Hills and onto the Brecon Beacons. I'm going to stay in a campsite just above Aberystwyth. Quite exciting. I will have ridden the equivalent height of Everest today. Haven't quite done it yet. Everest is just at, well, 8,800 meters and something like 29,000 feet or something. So that's exciting. Rained a bit last night, but it's cleared up now. To be fair, I've been pretty jammy with the weather. I'm in the clouds. been quite a rainy, hilly ride so far, but the sun is trying to come out and I've just stopped at Hopton Castle. So we're gonna go and check that out now. Oh, it's been a tiring one today. Lots of hills, lots of drizzle. First time I've been wet on the trip really. I guess one day out of 9 isn't so bad. But I've got 13 miles to go. Looks a bit ominous ahead. And entering the Brecon beacons very soon. I made it to the Brecon beacons. And I'm not gonna lie to you, that was a tough uphill cycle, wasn't it? See? So it's just gone 4 o'clock. I've ridden 59 miles today and my campsite is right next to this amazing ruin, and it's £5 to stay the night. Apparently you just pitch up and some bloke come round in the morning to collect the money. It's been a tiring day, not gonna lie. Lots of uphills and lots of drizzle. It's very tiring, but a nice downhill section. So here we go, here's my final campsite of the trip. Don't think there's going to be any showers there. Here we go, my final pitch of the trip. Alrighty, so it's my final day, the 44-mile push to Cardiff. I have no idea what time it is. My phone's saying it's 5:45, but there's literally no signal here, so I don't think it's updated. But let's see what today has in store. Lovely downhill section of the first few miles, making it nice and easy. Should make it to Cardiff in good time. If I can get there before 1, I'll be happy. Got about 24 miles to go now. Just following this nice canal path for about 5 miles. Nice to get off the roads and see the nice ducks and wildlife. Morning ducks. Ten miles to go now, and then I've finished. Woo! Tempted to stop at Asda, but I think I'm just going to carry on, get it done. Made it back to Cardiff. I've got exactly 5 miles to go now till I get to my car. Okay, it's 11:30. I've ridden 43 miles, so I've made a great time today. And round the corner, my car should be there. I really hope it is. And that will be the end of my Wales adventure. I can see my car. That's a good sign. Is it intact? Looks all right to me from here. And finish. Car in one piece as well. Done. Wales complete. Wales, you almost broke me, but I'm still alive. And I'll tell you for why you almost broke me. Because you're blooming hilly, but you're also blooming beautiful. I hated it. I loved it. Will I do it again? No. I don't have to have done it. I rode 420 miles in total, I think. So I'm gonna call this ride the West Side 500, a bit like the North Coast 500 in Scotland, but in Wales. Done it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Just the 4-hour drive home back now to Brighton. Cheers.
If you have any questions about my trip, then drop them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them. If you've enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Cheers.